Hey there everyone, this is the Collective Soul Tarot and I'm Kay. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. It's amazing to be with you here again. This is another alphabet reading. We're not sure which letter yet that I'm randomly going to pull from this box here. We've done all these ones here. So if you're of any of these letters, please check the playlist on the channel to find your reading. This is all about finding a reading or the reading that's going to have to do with your first initial of whatever name you most identify with, resonate with, that you refer to the most, that you go by, of your first name, middle name, last name, or nickname. So whatever it is that you, whatever letter I pull today, it'll be your reading if it's that initial for that most identified name that you go by. I do this. This is one of 26 letters. As you can see, I have about 6, 7, 8, 9 more to do, and I'm going to be doing this every month. I just started it this month, so it's another way to distill the amount of information that you get, whether it's information that you find relates to your story as to why you come to tarot card readings in the first place. We have the collective reading, which of course I've just finished, haven't uploaded yet, but it will. And then I do also zodiac readings, and you can refer to at least 4 different zodiac signs, because it's your sun, moon, Venus, and rising, and that helps distill down the accuracy of and specificity of the collective readings that you might be referring to. It'll help pinpoint things better for you by listening to 4 different zodiac signs. If you don't know that, you can, it's not just your sun sign, which mine's Sagittarian because that's what I am. You can go to astro.com, I'm not affiliated, and get a free account and then request a free birth chart that they'll email to you once you put your information in it, like your birth name, where you were located when you were born, your birth date, of course, and your time of birth if you know it, but it's not necessary if you don't. You still can get a birth chart. It's just more accurate that way, but no biggie. All you really want to see is those 4 positions. Well, the first one, the sign. If you're, Pisces, that's your sun sign. But then you have a moon zodiac sign, the placement of the moon when you were born. Where was it in the sky? Also the ascending sign. They call it it's rising sign, but it's called ascending or ascend on the chart, birth chart, and your Venus sign. So if they're all different zodiac signs, you have 4 different. I do. I've got. I don't know what my Venus is, but mine is Taurus, Cancer, and Sagittarian, and Gemini. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael and the Holy Spirit to guide me in choosing the tile letter that is most has shown up today for this reading. And I'm not looking. J. Okay. My sister's name is Janice. Yeah. And what she used to be called? A nickname. She had a nickname. Willie, not Willie. Herman. I don't remember. That was my dad for you. It'll be put in here when we're done the reading. But yeah, I'll probably think of it as I'm going on. But yeah, so she didn't go by J for Janice or Jack or John, Jimmy. Okay, Jimmy, that's what it was. So she did. It was a J letter. I think that her nickname that Dad gave her was Jimmy. Go figure. But yeah, if you're Robert and you go by Bob, that idea. Or you have a nickname of like Sunshine, then you'd go by S, even if your name is, I don't know, whatever, Angela. If you're, maybe someone calls you Princess all the time, so you go by P. With that, most often you're referred to as Princess. Your family might refer to you as Princess. Whatever, you might even go by your last name. So we're going to do the Celtic Cross reading. And so let's get started. Archangel Michael, my Holy Spirit. What do our viewers need to know right now? This is September 2023, but it's Friday, the 22nd of September. Okay, here we go. Oh, truth. Page of Swords, a message of truth coming through. Somebody wants to message somebody. Crossing it is Five of Pentacles, but they're feeling left out. They're feeling like they're not certain if they get a good response, like a positive response from you if they did. They're afraid. They're afraid of reconnecting for some reason. Why would they? We don't know yet. Distant past is the Page of Cups. Okay, having offered a cup of love to somebody in the distant past, maybe being naive and immature about it. Let's see. Recent past, Knight of Swords. Wanting to either being in a lot of defensive energy, like arguments or being angry, or that would be more like a reverse of this one. But upright, it's coming in divinely inspired messages of truth, clarity, honesty, and transparency. Laying it all down. Excuse me, quickly coming in and laying all it down on the table in front of that person so they can look at it and say, I need to process this. And then they'll say either, yeah, let's keep talking, or let's say, no, there's too many red flags here, that kind of thing. What are you thinking about, J names? Death. You're thinking about putting an end to something, which is a transformation. When it's a death, there's always room for something else, because you've ended something in your life. So now that energy that you had included in your mental and emotional makeup is now, and your physical life, is now going out, leaving the building, like Elvis, right? But you're thinking about this. So what's the bridging energy? Ten of Pentacles. I think it's either you want to give a long-term commitment to somebody, or you're breaking one up. And you may be breaking one up to be able to give to somebody else in your environment. What's your fears? Three of Cups. There's gossip. You're fearing the gossip that's going to ensue as a result of, if this is a breakup, you put an end to a long-term commitment, right? So we'll leave it like this, but yeah, let's just remember that. So you're fearing that the gossip that's going to ensue as a result of it. Yeah. And you're fearing too that the person that you want to reapproach is going to remember the fact that you put her or him in a third party situation, which is what that can relate to as well. So who's in your environment? The Nine of Pentacles. Somebody you see as being independent, doing quite well on their own, and just smart and beautiful. Everything good, financially secure, stable, and just loves life. Nature, she's got a bird here. It's got its little hood on, right there. But she's in touch with nature, which is God, right? She's divinely inspired. She appreciates God. And what's in your hopes? Broken heart. Okay. You're hoping that you won't be brokenhearted. If she rejects you, you're hoping she won't reject you after you've divorced and left this one behind. She or he, it doesn't necessarily have to be a she. This is a man or woman energy. Okay, Nine of Pentacles could mean that the man is single, and you're the female in this reading that we're talking to, J names. But you're hoping to not to be left in broken heart. All right, and then the energy you'd be sitting in, King of Pentacles. Wow, that's great energy. King of Pentacles they've got the world by their tail. They've learned so much about the material world because they've been so focused on the material world, not necessarily bringing the heart, the emotions into the mix, into the recipe of how to go about being stable and secure and quite successful in life. So it's temporary, right? Because unless the heart shows up, this can all be taken away. But if there's true love in the mix, it will never die. It will never end. It's true love after all. So that's what you are sitting in, will be sitting in. Let's get clarification for those two energies. The Fool, taking a leap of faith and a risk. And the World, ending a cycle so that you can start a new cycle. And this is all about, you know, moving towards somebody that might be quite a distance away, maybe even across the world, or connecting with them over the World Wide Web, which this also relates to. What's your person in your energy environment? 10 of Cups. Okay, and the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so what I see here is that she is seeing you as someone that she could be in a 10 of Cups relationship with, which is a devoted, loyal, committed relationship with somebody, J names, whether it's you or who, I don't know. And that, or she's in a 10 of Cups with somebody that may not be so 10 of Cupish, if you know what I mean. Because she's single, she's independent here. She may have had to divide up her assets, she or he. Again, it's not necessarily a she I'm talking to. But he, well, okay, so we have the King of Pentacles. So we're talking about masculine energy. We're talking to a masculine energy. And this is who's in your environment. And your environment isn't necessarily somebody who's in your immediate vicinity, okay, or even in the next state or nearby country. She may actually be across the world. And so therefore you're just thinking a lot about her, and she's in your environment because she's in your energy, and vice versa. So either she's married, she could be happily married. I don't think so though, because she's independent here. Unless she's married but not feeling fulfilled, because it's not been equal reciprocity, you know, equal give and take in her long-term commitment here, marriage. That she just feels like she's alone. She feels like she's independent for one reason or another. Maybe she and her partner just aren't ever really much on the same page, but nobody's saying, hey, let's get divorced and move on from each other. Or she sees you as being someone that she is either in a, there's just so many interpretations, it's crazy. Let's just go ahead and start clarifying after I put down these cards. But she could be seeing you as being somebody in a marriage that maybe she thinks you're breaking up your assets and divorcing. Or she sees you as somebody that she could be in a long-term happily ever after with, and it would be fair, you know, equal, you know, she has high hopes, she thinks highly of you. Okay, so let's go ahead. 2 of Swords. This is not wanting to see, this is pushing, it's not making a decision, it's kind of sitting on the fence and suppressing your emotions about somebody that you had made feel like an option in your life, or that you have other options, and that they are, or you are, feeling desolate and brokenhearted over the ending of some relationships, not seeing the potential of the future in love for you here, or you know that you left that person feeling like that. And the Chariot, you want to move towards them, or they're moving swiftly away from you, and you're feeling that, you're sensing that. And then there's the 8 of Cups, that's moving away from an investment. So this can be either you moving away from an investment because you have other options and you've made the decision to do so, which is in the reverse for this, but it is making you feel like, you know, quite sad and remorseful and regretful or whatever, but you're ready to put that down, to move on and start a new phase in your life. And or it's because you were not ready to make a decision for her, and you know that she's feeling this way. You're either walking away from your current investment, or you see her as somebody who's quickly and swiftly moving away from you, because you're just not in connection with each other. Okay, Archangel Michael for J names. Let's please clarify the 5 of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Energy. What's the message? What's the message about? What's this energy about? 8 of Pentacles, Strength, the Empress, 2 of Pentacles, and a Hierophant. Okay, with Temperance on the back. Wow. So this Empress here is somebody that he was juggling with. It's a wife. It's not the pure higher resonating energy of the Empress in the deck, which is the highest and most revered energy on the feminine side of the tarot. But that's not who it is. This is a wife, somebody that you'd been working hard for, working very hard, maybe too much. And you have been, the power that you were in, that you may have had before you met this person that became your wife. You may have been in your own power then, but excuse me, the time and interactions you had with her over the years basically sucked the life out of you, took your willingness or your ability to stand up for yourself and feel empowered, okay? Working hard, feeling like life is sucked out from you from this one here, and then you found out she was juggling you. And yeah, this is a tradition, an institution, authority figure, even God. And so you have been consulting the higher power, whether that's through a priest, minister, or just direct to God yourself through your heart. You have been seeking advice about what to do about your wife, who has been, sucking the life out of you and juggling you with somebody else. Okay? Yeah. She's been juggling you with somebody else. And you have that. Okay, so the message here is that you want to be able to tell your Nine of Pentacles gal over here that you are going through a divorce, or at least thinking about ending it now. And J names, it's either that, and you feel left out in the cold by her because you're not in, you're just not communicating. You're not in a connection anymore, and you miss her. Or it's also because this is, who knows what's going on here with the J names, how many different stories we've got going on here, but it's also you delivering a difficult message of truth to your wife, that you've been working really hard to make a life for the two of you together. And you've been trying to maintain your strength and courage to keep up with it, with getting very little from her in return, in every sense of the word, and realizing that she's been juggling you with somebody else, and that you've been seeking advice from the authorities in your life. It could even be a lawyer. So the legal institution, but you're telling her you're just not too sure about your wedding or your marriage. You're just not too sure about your marriage, that you feel left out in the cold by her, that you just don't feel good about your marriage. And so you're telling her that you think that you're going to do, you want to discuss with her how you can end it. Okay. And you want to heal from that. Okay? So let's talk about the Page of Cups. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, what can we know about the Page of Cups in the distant past? Justice. Ten of Wands. And the Six of Cups with the High Priestess and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, the distant past. It looks like you felt justified to be giving your cup of offer of love to somebody in the distant past, or you apologized as a form of justice to the past, your past lover. This is the Six of Cups about someone from the past that you have been carrying as a burden on your shoulders. You had been carrying the burden on your shoulders. Justice was prevailing in that sense, because you were not using your intuition. You had not been using your intuition. You were staying silent. You know how you feel. You know what you're thinking, but you're not saying a word. And so you are quite literally just living in fantasy land at this point, because you can't realize a true form of relationship with this one being in a marriage. So you apologize to this one, saying, I cannot be with you. This really causes me a lot of stress and grief, because I don't want to do this to you. I care so much for you, and I don't want to have to say goodbye to you, but I have to. And so you delivered that to her, an apology, told her, you gave her the goods on it, in the sense that the justice is that you can't be giving to this one when you had that one. You couldn't do it, right? This wife of yours was juggling you, but this was before. So, yeah, you see maybe the connection, right? Yeah. So yeah, you're now tapped into your intuition. You are. The Page of Pentacles is just, saying, maybe we can be friends, that kind of thing. Do you think we could be friends? Yeah. And or, it's that you also told her that you have a child to think about, to consider here. Well, and she would have probably said, well, I wish you had thought of that before. Just saying, J names. Just saying. But Knight of Swords energy, please. Six of Swords. Lots of swords. The Sun, enlightenment. Moving towards your happiness. Being a King of Cups with love in your heart. And with excitement. Wanting to share the good news. Oh, yeah. Okay, the good news is that you have the tower had come down. The tower's come down, meaning that it was found out that what your wife was doing, and that you really didn't love her anyways. You really didn't love her. You come to realize that. The tower moment, right? Where things just seem to be just falling apart. You're realizing all sorts of things, and these things are, these very dissatisfactory things are happening in your life, misfortune and whatnot. But you're realizing that you found out that she's juggling and having an affair, and that it's been breaking your heart, and you've been trying to hold back, like to not allow yourself to be too brokenhearted. By laying it all down, all your feelings and thoughts about this, you're just exhausted and overwhelmed by everything that's been happening, because the tower is very dramatic, a very dramatic ending, a breaking up of something, right? And so you're needing to rest. You see how he's starting to reach for that sword, because he's been resting and healing. So, as a result, you want to be able to move to somebody. You've been experiencing a lot of anger and disappointment, and just maybe even rage at times as to how giving you were to this marriage, and yet she had the nerve to juggle you with somebody else. But it looks like you were with somebody, had met at least somebody that either you knew from childhood, or they're just the past for you, because this is a distant past. Yeah. So, yeah. Or you had even, you might have, like, I'm thinking you probably were with this one for a long time, and you had met this one here a long time ago, even further past the distant past, whatever that is, right? But in the distant past, not as long as the distant past, you apologized to that one about what went on when you first met her, that you were with this one here. And so you want to bring the strength of clarity in. See, I love these two cards together, because really that sword there is this sword that you're going to pick up after you've healed. You're going to have the strength and the energy and the confirmation and the courage to actually move gallantly, victoriously towards her, to give her the goods, tell her the truth about what's been going on in your life and how you really feel about her. You've been enlightened during this time. That's what healing's about. Is this it here? No. You've been enlightened during this time because the divine has been able to move into your mind to show you that the heart exists, and there's a heart that's calling out for this one here. And you want to move from the rough waters of not following your heart to the calmer waters of peace and serenity that you see her, the epitome of that energy, peace and serenity. Okay, yeah, and that's great news that you want to share with her. It's pretty. That's pretty much all of it is. But you know, you got the heart. You got the heart now. You went deep into the depths of your emotions and said, "Okay, you're down there somewhere. I know you're there somewhere. You need to come up. Come up now. I'm calling on you." And so it responded, right? It responded because you were experiencing some grief, and it responded and it revealed a lot of things to you. And now you're the Queen of Cups, or King of Cups, a very compassionate, caring, devoted, truly, deeply loving person. You deeply found out you deeply love this one here. That it's not surface love at all. It's deep love and respect and admiration. You just may not express it to the person you're in love with, but you definitely demonstrate it in one way, shape, or form. You will not reject her cup of love a second time. That was a divinely inspired cup of love, by the way, too. That's why the hand is there. You had rejected it in the past. Okay, death. Let's talk about what you're thinking about, J-Names. What's J-Names thinking about? Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit. Thank you. The King of Swords. Six of Wands. And the Eight of Swords with the Queen of Swords. Okay. Okay, so what you're thinking about is ending this right here. This is what, you know, you're seriously thinking about, including a lawyer, a divorce lawyer, someone to take you through the divorce proceedings. This is the legal system. This is somebody who helps you, draws up documents, and you sign documents. This is ending something, because the Knight of Swords is all about that authority of just cutting things out that no longer serve you. So, yep, you're going to be telling her like it is, without the emotion that you want a divorce. You're going to divorce her, and you're getting a lawyer involved, because first of all, you've laid down your ego and pride, because you know that you have to become softer and more gentler type of individual as you are as the King of Hearts now, with the love softening your thoughts. You have more heart-centered thoughts and feelings, and of course behaviors. So you're softening yourself, but you're going to tell her that I want to victoriously move forward, taking off my mask, to be able to reveal myself with truth and honesty to the one I truly love. But at the same time, this makes you feel, you're thinking about how scary this is going to be, how stressful this is, because you probably think how she's going to react, right? She's going to react like this. Actually, in reverse, of course. She's going to want to cut you up into a million pieces. She's going to go, what? What are you thinking of? You want a divorce? Well, what the heck for? You know? Well, so what if I did? You know, it didn't mean anything. Really, I love you, baby. You know, the sort of stuff. So you feel like you're going to get a lot of flack from her. And obstacles put up, so that she's going to put obstacles in your way through emotional manipulation, or saying, just being mean, you know, saying things that cut to the heart, cut you up in little pieces, want to cut you down to size, right? Okay, that's what you're thinking about. So that's why you're all up in your head, afraid. of being able to do all this. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing. It's just overwhelming, really. So, excuse me. It is that you want to go into divorce. You want to break up that long-term commitment. But you're still sitting in long-term commitment, okay? Because you actually haven't done it yet. But you have full realization of who you want to be with and who your heart has been singing out loud for. So I'm going to put this back off. Sorry, guys, I keep fussing with that. So, King of Pentacles, that was on the back. I guess it wanted to come out. Oh, the Knight of Wands. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. That's what it was. And the Seven of Swords with the Knight of Cups. Lots of knights. Wow. At this point in time, because of all these knights, I mean, you sincerely love this one that's in the Nine of Pentacles status. You're obviously evolving into a king from a knight. There's the knight, the queen, king. You know, you're evolving into from the knight to the king energy, which is its evolution, its maturity. It's being aware enough of what it is that you need to do the right thing. Excuse me. So yeah, you're going to tell her that she is moving. You are moving towards her. Very slowly. The slowest energy of the Knight in the deck is Knight of Pentacles. Slowly but methodically and with great commitment and perseverance. Like, you always meet your mark. This Knight of Pentacles energy does. They have good intentions, you know, proper intentions. They're moving slowly, so it's not impulsively and recklessly, right? That's where the Knight of Wands come in. Impulsively and recklessly. Now, but this here is about telling the story of how you two met when you were in player days. In the reverse, the Knight of Wands is all about playing, all about having fun and excitement, sexual pursuits. What can I get so that I can get it and leave? Sneak off like the sly fox in a hen house, right? You come and get what it is that you lust after, and you grab it and you run silently so that no one knows any different. Yeah, that's the way you were. So you're going to, but you are also coming towards her. You know, you're rectifying this. You're bringing balance. This in itself is balancing. It's kind of like nullifying. This one's the slowest, and this is the fastest. I'm not sure. Maybe the Knight of Swords it's the fastest. But this one was all about playing. You were a player back then. And that's why you're in this not why you're in long-term commitment, but it was while you were in a long-term commitment with this one over here, the Queen of Swords, it's in reverse. And that's why she's over here and independent. But yeah, you want to tell her that you have a huge cup of devoted and sincere love for her now. You've seen what you've been doing. You've seen the folly of your ways because you've been enlightened. All right, well, what does she have to say? Nine of Pentacles. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit. What does J Name's person, love interest, have to say? Okay, that's the Seven of Pentacles. Maybe there's more than one. No, that was the only one. Sorry, guys. Seven of Pentacles. She's been looking at the past and wondering how great she's got a lot of fruit to harvest. She's done well for her life, in her life. After she peeled herself off the pavement with you running, like a thief in the night, running her over on your way out because you just, you got what you wanted and you felt you had to leave because you couldn't make a commitment to her anyways. What else? Seven of Wands, so she's a bit defensive, but she's standing up for herself. She's being courageous. She's courageously looking at what it is that she's been able to do, courageously picking herself off of the pavement and healing herself. Peeling and healing. And so she has been able to evolve and grow as a result of what you did back then. So like I say, okay, that's fine, Jane Ames. It's sad that you broke her heart and all this sort of stuff and did what you did with her. But it's good that you turned your face back towards your commitment, because after all, that's what you committed to. That's what you said yes to. But and it's all about hardships, learning life's lessons, and growing and evolving as a result. Now, if you don't grow and evolve from something, then there's a problem. But since we're in tarot card readings, this is all about growth and evolvement. You're never going to have a reading that's going to be based on not growing and evolving. It's going to tell you what you've done, right? Being a thief in the night with 7 of Swords and being a player back then, it's going to tell you. With love, of course, right? But it's all about how what you're doing now is going to help you raise your vibration, grow, mature your emotions, and live life in the best balanced of mind and heart way as you possibly can, because of your difficulties in these relationships. Same with her, because of the difficulties or the loss she had of you, who she felt was somebody that she could have had a happily ever after with, and equal give and take. She felt that way about you, so it really, really hurt her to have to be left standing there on her own, abandoned and neglected. That cup of love was you neglected, right? So we're telling you now that she's been able to pick. The divine is saying she's picked herself up. She's become quite independent. She's been able to sow and is ready to harvest all the good things in her life because of her hardships, okay? That's what you need to understand, Jane. And that she is very ready to courageously move forward, and probably has been moving forward all along, of course. She's not been sitting still, otherwise she wouldn't be independent. So she's been doing a really good job of standing up for herself. And that's because she's had very difficult lessons to learn, especially in love and relationships. So I hope that makes sense. One last one. Queen of Wands. So she's remembering how she was the other woman in your life for a time, however long that was. And she may be thinking that if she were to ever hear from you, that you're still in player mode and still in deceptive mode, and you just want to make her a third party, which means she'd be the other woman again, because she doesn't know what's going on over here. You're not communicating yet. So that's what she's thinking. Great. Great. Not so great. Great. What do you think? You let me know, please. And King of Pentacles. This is your energy outcome. Archangel Michael, a Holy Spirit. What can you tell us about the King of Pentacles energy? Ace of Swords, see? Maturity. Ace of Cups. And the Four of Pentacles with the Four of Wands. Hip, hip, hooray. With the Lovers. Divine soulmate here, connection. A divine soulmate connection coming together. Two people who have known each other over lifetimes. See, look, she's got like the modern version of a bathing suit, okay? Like a bikini. And what is he wearing? He's wearing like the armor of the ancient Babylonians? I'm not sure. But a Troy soldier. So he's like from the past. And these dolphins that, they have deep love. They're very intelligent. Do they mate for life too? I'm not sure. But in any case, it's water, which is emotions, and then the sun. And the sparkle is the divine saying, you two are connected over lifetimes. This is also a choice between one and the other. You've made your choice. That's who you want to commit to. The King of Pentacles is all about loyalty and commitment. You want to start off a fresh new slate, so wiping the slate clean, but it's going to be, you're coming in with truth and transparency, honesty and clarity for her, because this is divinely inspired to do that, right? This is divinely inspired cup of love. The I there is the divine, that the path, that there's a new beginning of love for you in this energy here, right there, J names. And you're going to be able to, you're going to be, you're doing this because you've never ever been able to let her go. You've been holding on to her because you see how valuable she is to you. Okay? You're seeing how valuable she is to you. You're not guarded anymore. You've come to realize that your priority was more so on the 3D, the material world, which is money and finance and wealth, not as much as about the love. And that would be this whole time that you spent in this relationship fairly loveless, because true love just really wasn't there. True love, unconditional love, right? But you, in the whole time, you've come to realize who is the one that you should have been, you have been hanging on to energetically, but not physically. So you see her as the one here that you want to be embraced in, knowing how important your connection is. Past lives, right? And you're coming back together, and you may even want to propose marriage to her, or at the very least ask her if it would be possible for you two to be together by moving into each other. Maybe moving in together, maybe not in the very beginning, but in the near future, just so that the two of you can really commit to a commitment, right? Commit to a commitment towards each other. This is also twin flames. If you don't know about that, Google. But 1111 is twin flame. This card depicts the twin flame journey, which, past lifetimes, right? Together, you're recognizing each other. And it's so beautiful. Look at how happy they are. Isn't that just beautiful? And so it could be a twin flame connection where the two of you are actually finally coming into union with each other in this lifetime. Finally. And as a result, the two of you become one. Well, you really are already one, because the twin flame it's a one soul, two different bodies. Okay? So that's all I'm going to say about that. It looks just wonderful. Let's get some messages from, let's see. How about we get some messages from you to her, and then from her to you. Okay, this is the Andromeda Skies Love Oracle. You're stuck on her. That's it. Oh, and look at this. You want to make her your Queen of Pentacles. So the two of you are equally yoked, committed, long-term, a perfect match up there. Okay? And what a beautiful lifetime of peace and calm you'll have together. All right, let's go ahead. Let's turn that away, because that's just negative energy. It doesn't fit. I'm all about energy. Love positive energy. Okay. For J names, Archangel Michael, my Holy Spirit, what can Jay say to his soulmate here? Reminiscing. Yep, definitely reminiscing. Four of Cups. The Six of Cups is reminiscing and nostalgia. Okay, so you're spending a lot of time reminiscing about the time you were together. I find you incredibly attractive. Yeah, that you were the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, not only just the other woman, but she's incredibly attractive when she's upright. Well, she's not in reverse, like ugly or anything, ugly energy or personality. She's actually upright, but she was the other woman in Jay's life. You make me want to be a better person. Isn't that beautiful? That is beautiful. Oh, look on the back. Twin flame. I still have growing to do. Wow. We're just talking about twin flame, okay? Now, what does she want to say to you? What would she want to say to you? I have divinely guided messages of love. For her, what would she like to say to you? This is beautiful, guys. So you got to get yourself there. You still have that last card there, really fits this too. I should just get it out. You still have growing to do. because you're maturing to that, right? And it's only because you're going to be leaving this marriage behind, knowing your full truth, that you have a heart, and that heart is reaching out and calling for this heart over here, not that one. Not this one, the Queen of Swords, but the Queen of Pentacles is the one you're truly yoked to. Perfect match. Okay, so what does the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands and your soulmate want to say to you? Broken. I feel shattered about this situation. Well, I don't think I have to explain that, but that's what she'd want you to know if she were ever able to talk to you and share with you truthfully. Regret. I wish this never happened. Yeah, she wishes that, you know, that she never met you, because, you know, she's left without you, right? You went back to your wife, or you were always with your wife, you're just having something on the side. And she wishes that you know, you didn't have to leave her to be back. You wish that she's wishing that she could be with you. That's good news. Oh, I got two. Unsatisfied. I wasn't happy the way things were going. Yeah, and so she had to walk away. Remember? She wasn't happy or satisfied here. She felt like an option in the past there. Destiny. I'm struggling to find the right path, because she doesn't feel like you're on one of her paths anymore, because she still doesn't know. Still doesn't know how you feel. Values. We have too many differences. Yeah. Yeah, you had, you know, the material world on your mind. She has the heart in her mind. So that's all she knows. Again, that's all she knows. That's all she knows. Unappreciated. I felt like you didn't care. Okay, well, this is very sad, but it's also good because it shows that she really would like to have had that with you. And so maybe there's the possibility, right? The potential of it coming back together. So guys, please subscribe and like. This is the end of my reading for today. J names, I've been so happy to do this with you. I'll check in again with you next month. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.